On today's game review of Ark Nova Marine Worlds, this zoo is an architectural wonder. So I'm just going to go through some more Shark Nova. Like I keep saying, I really enjoy this expansion. So I don't think I'll play regular Ark Nova anymore unless I'm forced to. But so let's go over the game here. So I'm looking at the different cards that I have to choose from. This one's okay, but it seems like break my tempo. Like, so if you're at 5, right, you can use it to get another association worker. The problem is if I'm at 5, I really want to be doing conservation projects, so I don't want that one. I don't like discarding sponsors at all, so I don't want that one. So I just take this build here, which lets me pay 3 to get an additional kiosk, right? So that's my first choice here. Maybe. There it goes. All right. So out of this, so another thing about discarding sponsor cards, it's slightly better because you can pick one back up, but still I don't enjoy that. I'd rather just take this one with the hunting on it. But the upgraded power looks pretty cool. It's like, in addition to the break, you may discard one to play a sponsor. So you can discard one card to play a sponsor for money. So that's kind of good if you're planning on upgrading sponsors, I guess. But you never know once you start the game if you're going to do that or not. So it's kind of hard to take that one. So animals it is. Maybe. Then it gives me an association one, which is a better association one. Which is, if I do have to play association at a higher number than what I need, I get X token for each step, right? Or you gain 1 marker, right? So I just take these 2. I haven't done the animals in a while. I think the last time I used it, I always had animals in my hand, so I really didn't get to hunt at all. So I gave it another try. I think I'll try to avoid it from now on. I don't think it's that great of a card. Okay, so let's look at our hand here. Okay, so I'm looking at my hand. I see I have Architectural Zoo as one of my end games, and I have Archaeologist. You always take Archaeologist pretty much on most maps. So we're going to take that. Going to take Herbivore Breeding, the Reindeer, and this Scarlet Macaw, right? It's a good start. There's no, like, conservation projects for, like, herbivores, so this one's just going to be to gain points off of this, right? Okay, so let's go to the first turn here. So we all discard. All right, there we go. So looking at what's out here, I don't think I've ever used this card. So it's like, I guess it says you can replace standard enclosures, make them one size larger. And if it's already occupied, you gain 2 appeal. So I've never tried that card. In fact, this is really like the first time I've ever seen this. And then at the end of the game, you gain 1 appeal for each pouched card. Now that'd be really good if, like, Australia was like one of the goals. But it's not, so other things out here that are good. I'm going to be able to put a lot of kiosks out, and I have posturing, right? So this farm cat is really good. Just for the initial points I'm going to get off of it. So let's see what Makar does first. So they're going over here. They're gaining the bird university, which makes sense since birds is a conservation project, and normally the birds are valued more than the other animals because of their powers they have. So my turn. I need to get a research icon, so I'm definitely going to take this one here. And then Calvin doing sponsors right off the bat. They have Technology Institute. It's a pretty good one to start the game with. Always getting X tokens for really doing nothing other than the break is really good. So Makar's second turn. They did the cards action. Oh, they X'd it down. Okay, they must need an X token for something, maybe a sponsor at 6 would be my guess. So who knows which one that would be. There's only a few really. So I play Archaeologist. So my goal here is to build a 2 here, right? Get my extra worker. And then because of my build card, I can put a kiosk here to cover this up. Gain 10 money, and then I'm set to play animals at that point. But first things first, we're going to draw cards. Car built a large aquarium here. So they're going to be, like, I guess, focusing on these here. And Calvin grabbed partners in Australia. I don't know if that's because of this, like they're thinking about going down that route to get this, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's good for me. So I draw cards, and then I get Science Library, which is really good, right? Galapagos Giant Tortoise. I'm going to have the symbols for that, right? Because what I'm going to do is, as soon as I build and get that second worker, I'm going to grab the Americas partners in. Calvin's going to build. They're also building an aquarium, which, since I started playing Marine Worlds, I see this aquarium go out here a lot because it's really a good fit to kind of go out and grab this. At least on this map I see it. Go out and grab this worker, right? Worker bonus. I am not going to do that. Mine's way more efficient. Okay, Makar breaks. Right? Is that what they did? Break. That's what it looked like. And then they discarded a card for money. So they got a bunch of money off of that. I don't like discarding sponsors unless I got some really junky ones, but okay, there's my worker. Building my kiosk here for the 10 money. That's a normal standard opening with Archaeologist on this map, right? Go up here, get a worker. I mean, you could get 2 workers, but that's a little bit overkill, right? I already have 5 reputation, so it's not going to take me too long to get my 3rd worker. And you're going to see I'm going to spread out pretty quickly here on this map, because with Archaeologist, and architectural together, we definitely are going to try to at least fill the edge of the board, if not fill the whole board in. So normally I don't really look to do that, but because of what I have built up in my hand already, that's what I'm going to aim for. Okay, I have to go get my partner zoo here. Now, I was very concerned about somebody having like a jumping animal. Obviously, that would have been devastating here. But I luck out, nobody did. It's a pretty good fish with the reef ability. You know, if you play a lot of reefs, you'll get a lot of kiosks and pavilions. So, but I really haven't like focused in on those reef abilities too much. Like occasionally I'll trigger a second time, but I really haven't gone down that route to really take advantage of that. African Penguins is a pretty cool card here. Lets you adapt to, so you draw 2 final scoring cards and discard 2. So you can pick the ones that you think you can complete easier. It's also a reputation in 6 points, so it's not too bad. It is size animals 2, which, because they have this card here, they were able to ignore one of the required conditions, playing it at 5. That's why they can play it without upgrading the animals card. That one might be a good one to try out, because then I don't... Well, I would hate to ever say that you don't want to upgrade animals, right? But, you know, if you get forced into a corner somehow, maybe you could do that. I'm going to play my 2 pavilions here to gain more money, and then my kiosk here. Then I play the deer. So I'm decked down to 3 cards. Break happens. Okay. So this was a weird couple of turns here for me. This whole round was, I think. I wanted to play the Galapagos giant tortoise, right? I have, if I build the 6 size, right, I don't have enough money for it. So I have to do a little bit of finagling to get the money I need. So first things first, though, Makar's turn. They're going to do a conservation project. It's all right. My turn, I'm going to play Science Library before more research icons go out. Make a little bit more money because, you know, I'm so money starved right now compared to my opponents, which is complete sarcasm, of course. Also going to back a conservation project. Oh, they didn't back. What they did was they got that second worker. Like I said, you can do that, but the problem is you can't use that worker the same turn. So now you've slowed down your progress of like maybe getting an upgraded card. Not that upgraded cards are required in this game, but it's still good to get them early if you can. But yeah, that's why I don't like that sponsor card, right? Okay, the car's playing some animals. They're playing a guinea fowl puffer, which has venom, which really made me mad because I'm trying to not I'm already short money from what I want to do. So it's kind of like that puts me on a bad position because I'm going to lose a little bit of money here. I'm going to draw cards. I hit the jackpot kind of with the Sun Bear. This I'm going to save till my last turn, obviously, because I want to use it to gain an extra turn at the end to do an association action. Calvin also does cards. They just snap up the reptile management. So, but this American alligator comes out, which is pretty good. Makar's turn. They're also going to draw cards. I still want that farm cat. So, what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to play this so I can upgrade a card. The new meta is to take the worker, but since I already have archaeologist, I don't really need that. I took the 2-size enclosure to grab the farm cat using the take from display, and now I'll build my 3-size for my Galapagos turtle. So, still not exactly happy with this, so I'm going to use that to play victory column, I think is how I handled that, so I don't lose any more money. Talented Communicator comes out, so it's a good reason to upgrade your sponsor card if you're going to do that. So I've also upgraded my sponsor card, but that's because I like to get money off of it. Not necessarily because I had anything great to play with it. So I did not play victory column. That's interesting. Okay, I think I know what I did. Now I got money. I have 27, but I have to be able to pay for that poison, that venom. So I can't just build here. So I have to do this. Play Farm Cat. Gave me more appeal. So I'm leading in appeal. I'm slightly behind in conservation. Car's turn. Calvin just built some more enclosures. Nothing exciting. Okay. So they did. Let's see here. They did sponsors, right? Played field research type D orcas, which is another one I haven't really seen yet. So there's still cards I haven't really seen yet in Marine Worlds. It's pretty good. It gives you 3 rep. So it let Makar jump up there and get their worker. So it's my turn. I can now play my turtle here. So I jumped out to a pretty good lead already. Where I have a lot of problem is mid-game. Like I always have a good start, but I think mid-game I struggle a little bit, and that end game I can pick it up a little bit. It is what it is, though. Like If I can pull out a victory, that's all that matters, pretty much, right? I don't think I was ever in much jeopardy until the very end, but things go my way. I pick up the American alligator. It's a pretty good one. Lizards or reptiles, I would say, are a conservation project. Lets me snap up something. I really wanted to get this, but I forget if I do or not. I don't think I did. I think I actually do get that. Yeah. Oh no, I don't, because I'm already over 27. Never mind. Okay, so I have workers I need to play, so I'm going to go here, grab my hand size. There's really no rush to get, no I don't, I play victory column. I should have played to get this here, right? Maybe I was looking at what they had left to do. Like, they easily both can play cards, right? So, me wasting workers there is not the way to go. Yep. So I wasted 2 workers there. So that's something I can work on, right? Definitely should have just played to get this here. I think I use my 2 build to go up here and grab this to get more money. Let's do it one at a time. Always do victory column first, because you see right there I got that appeal and it bumped me up to 25 instead of 24. So I basically got an extra money. Yep, go there. Did I get money or did I get rep? I get money because I can't get rep. I need to upgrade cards, so okay, I'm going to do this. Take university, upgrade cards. Now, another reason not to take the worker here from me was I need to do architectural zoo, which means I have to upgrade my build if I want to fill out the map, or even do the edge of the map, right? It's a good power, trading an X token for 5 money. There's the one sponsor card that lets you do that, right? Sometimes having 5 money is better than having an X token if you really need that little bit extra cash to like play an animal or build an enclosure, right? So I need a size 4. So I just build that, get my 4th worker, gain 2 conservation points, grab this one with the lizard, reptile. I call it lizards all the time. I play the 3 size. So I scored 4 conservation points there. And 5 actually, because I got that to gain and then gain 2 rep. So, I mean, that was a pretty good turn. So, still ahead right now. And I drew a lot of Asia tags. So at first I was thinking about using this, right? You know, get these Asia animals out. especially after I draw cards, you'll see I get a bunch of Asian animals. So. Okay, Calvin actually uses the 5 to back a conservation project this time. Puts out birds. I could do birds also and leech off of his, but building reptile house. I mean, it's always a good building to have when that's one of the conservation projects. A lot of times people don't upgrade build, you know, so looks like everybody's going to at least try to, or at least 2 of us are going to try to. Well, all 3 of us are going to try to, because I just noticed Calvin has his upgraded also. Okay, going to play the American alligator, especially when that anaconda came out right there. It's really good for me. Okay. Keep everybody poison tokens, but that's okay. It's not going to stop me from doing my animals action. Oh, I drew the elephant with the bonus here. And then snap up the anaconda so I don't have to pay the 2 extra money. Able to play both of these animals, so now I'm at 4 reptiles already. So once again, I'm like looking like maybe play this if I could get the other Asia tags out, but it becomes unrealistic at a point, you know, to do that. Calvin does a build action. Build a pavilion. And what else did they play? 3 size right here. So, yeah, it's all right. So these Venom tokens have been irritating this whole game. I did start playing with these conditions again, even though I was like limiting myself before because they're not used in WSBG. So I'm able to play the herpetologist or herpetologist, lizard person. Gained money from that, and it didn't have to pay money for the venom, so it was worth it. So now I have 5 reptile tags, so I'm going to, on my turn, back it at 5. Okay, so he backed the bird breeding here. At this point, it's not really worth doing this for the most part, in my opinion. So just take the extra conservation point at that point, that time. so everybody had to keep in-game scoring. I'm one away from getting this filled in, or 3 spaces I should say, so that'll give me 2, then filling out this area, and then the middle, right? That's how you have to work on this architectural zoom. Gonna back my herbivore one. Break here. Now I actually play cards just to see if I can get some other stuff here. Okay, so guided school tours is good for me. Pretty much everything else I don't really need. I mean, this is a really good card if I would have got it early for this game, because it's both reptile and a sea animal, so, but didn't come early enough. Okay, Calvin took their turn. They drew cards. They paid for the venom. So Makar's building more aquarium. Okay, so I made it to the end of this round, and now break for money here. So when you get these venom tokens, you don't need to really panic. You just got to make sure you have enough money to do things and pay it, right? I mean, I see people that'll X them down, which all it does is break their tempo, right? Sometimes you just got to suck it up, pay the money so you can keep your tempo. So 2 size goes here. This is one of the few games I didn't take snapping. Like, a lot of times I'll take snapping, but every time I could took it. Just didn't have any good cards out in the display, so I was like, let's go without it. So 2 size goes here. I need to start figuring out how I want to lay out the rest of the zoo and which animals I want to play when. So I have this Indian peafowl here, right, which can go here, but I need something else to play, right? And then this comes out. So I start thinking to myself, is there some way that I could get this and the elephant played? The problem is there really wasn't. So, and I think I don't even have a chance to get it anyways. Because to me, like, yeah, the Golden Eagle's really good, right? I love determination cards like that. But for me, the priority was getting that elephant and getting that sun bear out on the last turn. Because that elephant's probably going to score me a little bit more than that eagle will. So, because let's say if I play animals, right? And I play the eagle and the sun bear, right? It's 2 actions I can take. So what is my, like, the second action's easy, it's association. What is that third action, you know? It wouldn't have worked out even if I could have got it. So I'm not sad to see it go. I just got to remember that Makar has it, right? But this lesser flamingo comes out. I'm like, ooh, there we go. So I place this 4 here, just in case I can play this vulture. Because like I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can go like 1, 2, 3. But I'm like running out of points, right? Like if I do this, can I still do everything else, right? So the answer is no. So we're going to play the peafowl and the flamingo on my turn. And that's only after I get this partner zoo here, make everything cheaper. So forgot I do grab this first. Because I can't play the sun bear without it, right? It'll take 6 off the elephant. So I have to get that. Upgrade my build finally. So how I'm going to do it is I'm going to put my 5 size there, right? I'm going to have 3 posturing from these, so I'll do like 3 pavilions here, right? And I'm planning on at least getting 1 more break in, so my 2 will go there. So my zoo is pretty much filled in. So Calvin plays sponsors, plays spokesperson. That's an early game card in my opinion, but maybe they needed a research token or tag for something. So I don't know. Okay, here we go. It's bird time. So Indian peafowl. Pavilion, pavilion, and pavilion. So that was a 16-point turn right there. Now you'll see Makar will like jump up real quick here to catch up with me. So Makar plays animals. Play the Costa Manta Ray, which is very good for a sea animal. Gives you a conservation, 8 appeal, and a sponsor, or a reputation, I should say. And it's a reef ability, so it can be triggered a 2nd time. So, okay, my turn, right? So looking at what I have left, let's click on this real quick. I'm at cards. I really don't need to do cards, right? What I need to do is get to the end here, right? So I think I play my go here to get 2 to grab this little thing, right? So here's, oh, I X first, sorry. So this is basically another action I can take, which is just play a sponsor card for money. So I have guided school tours, right? So I can play that after I trigger endgame. So it's just another thing I don't have to worry about. I don't need to worry about playing that now. I can just use my sponsor to break for 5 and try to push the end of the round here, because I definitely need to break it so I can play my last 2 animals. Everybody else is kind of low, like Makar doesn't really have a path, I think, to win it this round, unless they Well, they do kind of. You'll see. It's kind of hard to explain. They really need a break also to trigger endgame because they get to 97 points here. But they stall, right? Instead of doing the right thing, they stall out on purpose, which gives me time to catch up and like actually I kind of demolish them here. I know it's not nice to say demolish, but you'll see the scores there. It's pretty horrendous score that I score. It's like one of my highest scores ever. So okay, so the car, play animals, play their black tiger fish so they can trigger the reef abilities again. They're at 92. They do this, right, which irritated me somewhat, but I don't let that stop me because what I'm going to do is I'll spend my 2X tokens, right, to break 5. Because I know Calvin wants to break, right? So if they do 4, or I thought they would spend an X token, just do 5, right? Like, I think what they did was they overthought it. Calvin did. He said, well, if I break, right, then Makar is going to get 3 victory points, right, from their income, right? So they stop short of breaking. The Makar has to make a decision. And Makar is like, that's the worst thing you could have did to me. But then again, I thought, why didn't they just break also, right? Because that would have prevented me from doing what I do, right? Because I couldn't play my animals, which means I couldn't then back a conservation project properly. So that's why you want to end the game when you can, right? So they decide to X down. And I'm like, well, I'm not waiting. I'm going to break. Because here's what they could have did. Let's go over this because it's really like, let's see what they have here. Maybe I'm wrong. So they were here. They couldn't. I see what was wrong. I thought they could get their last university, but they couldn't. So they had 1 X token, so they could only go to 3. They don't have upgraded association, so they can't do any of that stuff. So, yeah. So they were kind of forced to do what they did. So I break it with just a card action. So maybe I'll take this off the board so that they're not tempted by it, but then it actually turns out that I needed it to score because we have this player who stops me from getting this bird here. This conservation bird spot is what I mean. So they have 4, I have 4, they do it before me. Okay, so endgame is triggered. Since it was triggered during the break, I still get a turn. So it'll go Calvin, Makar, and then me. So I'll get the last turn. Good thing is like I'm scoring conservation project here, a point here, scoring 1 here, I don't score anything on this because I'm so far ahead in it in appeal, but the thing is I'm actually going to play this guided school tours because I'm going to use my token here, right? So the car, Oh, this is still the break. Okay, end game triggered. Okay, so Calvin's turn. Got to do association to block me off from the birds, which is okay. You can imagine if I would have got that, how many points I would have scored. Probably like in the 160s. Or pretty close to it. Makar's turn. They're going to do an association action also. We're back sea animals at 5. So they end the game at 107. That's what they backed, right? Let me just double check this. I'll make sure I'm not misleading everybody. They backed birds, is what they did at 2. They must have already had that and I missed it. That's how they got way up here in victory points. But so my turn, of course, elephant. But first I play that with that token that I gained for maxing out my appeal. Now the elephant comes out. And I'm gaining a lot of extra appeal simply by gaining reputation here. I gained 1 for playing animals at 5, 1 for, nope, it's not here either. I thought I gained another one. Oh, I gained 2 from my conservation project, 2 more from this, right? Then I could hunt, so I just hunted, just for the heck of it. Okay, so I was at 128 before the endgame bonuses. I gained 6 here, 7, 8, 9, right? 9 more conservation projects, which put me at 155. So yeah, my appeal was at 86 and my conservation is 169. I think the most I ever scored was 158, which I wanted to call BS on because I maxed out the appeal track. I had 113 appeal, actually more than that, and it wouldn't score me the last bit because it maxed out the scoreboard. Like, why is my score short? Like, I should have scored like 160, right? And it was because I couldn't gain any more appeal. But yeah, this was a big game. It could have been much worse. Like, if Makar would have had like 1 more X token, they could have ended the game early, which is probably the best, would have been the best resolution for them by getting that last 2 appeal or 2 conservation points. I couldn't have played these, you know. So yeah, that was the big difference, was me pushing that break, right? That's reading your opponents also, because I know Calvin wanted to break. So together we both forced that break, kind of. So, but yep, one of the better games I've had, especially in Marine Worlds. So if you have any questions about Marine Worlds, please feel free to ask me. I'll try to answer them the best I can. Like I said, I would say I'm like maybe average, maybe a little more than average at this game, but you know, maybe there's something I can answer for you that help you out. But until next time, keep on gaming. So if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. You know, leave comments if you have any other suggestions on this game or other games you'd like to see on this channel. There's also a playlist on the left side of the screen that you can click to see other videos I have made. And until next time, keep on playing.